Oh, hello, and welcome to the Saturday MP Show, episode number 49, being recorded mostly live, September 16th, 2024. This is a show about shipping secure, high-quality software faster. And this month, we're focusing on the security part of it, because kind of inspired by the fact that I'm attending a B-Sides Edmonton, a local security conference, towards the end of this month. I've been trying to increase my security knowledge, my cybersecurity know-how and stuff, and I kind of just want to keep that knowledge going, and I find recording these videos really helps me stay focused on that. So today we're gonna, if you didn't watch the last video, of course I highly recommend you should go watch it, but today we're going to finish off that Trickster. So last time we tried a picoCTF, capture the flag example. I did one successfully, and then I did another one called Trickster where I failed horribly. And if you watch that video, you get to watch me fumble around and stuff. And then shortly after I recorded that, I also host the weekly dev chat. So if you're interested in joining other developers just every week to chat about software topics and stuff like that, you should jump in. It's every Tuesday, 12 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time in North America. So last time we did some pairing with picoCTF. So I actually paired with several other developers to help me solve the Trickster problem. And thanks to some of the people there's especially one fellow who's very knowledgeable. He kind of just pointed us in the right direction, and we were able to solve it. Because you could see last video I didn't solve it, but this one now it's solved. So I'm just gonna, basically today we're just gonna walk through the solution just so everyone can see it in action. So again, if you want to, I try to record these mostly live. I've edited them very little edits, just so people can watch other developers fumble and fall and pick themselves back up. This is going to be a little different because I've already solved it. So this is more of a walkthrough video, but again, I highly recommend going and watch the other one. You could see all the wrong turns I made and have a good laugh at me. So it'll be great. The other thing to note is all of these, if you go to my GitHub account, I put all the picoCTFs in a repository here, so you can see the solutions in here too. So if you want some of the payloads that are used and stuff like that, like there's Trickster. I don't want to click on it because it'll show it, but yeah, you can go check that out as well. All right, so yeah, let's just jump right in. I think this will be a quick video today because we'll just do this walkthrough, and then someone asked a question on Slack, the Dev Edmonton community on Slack, about cookies, or we had a little discussion. So maybe I'll jump into some cookies this video, or maybe I'll save it for next time. So yeah, okay, but anyway, let's jump right into this. So this Trickster one works by, so let's launch it. Oh, I clicked I liked it, even though I failed at it. Okay, so if we go to the actual, so here's the website, and for those that don't, I cleaned up all the old files I had, but you can upload a PNG file. So let's just, so I have my payloads there. Let's just find a PNG file to upload just to see the website in action. So if I just, is this save link? I think this is the PNG we used last time. Oh no, that's HTML. I need to go, yeah, there we go. Just save this one as, oh dang it, I want the actual image. Okay, save image as, there we go. Sure, we'll just throw it in the downloads folder. Oh, I already have it in there. Okay, we could just use the one I have from last week. All right, so I go to file upload. Let's choose a file to upload. Let's choose this one. You go select, and then you upload it. All right, and if you remember last video, if you tried to upload non-PNG files, there was some basic behind the scenes. This is a PHP application, which we found out by using Wapalizer here. It's PHP. That we found out that if you upload a non-PNG files, there's some basic processing going through. And then I was trying to upload a PNG with a PHP payload, but that was overkill. So what was pointed out to me is that I should check out the robots.txt file. So this is a file that a lot of websites have that tells search engines like Google or other robots, please don't crawl these pages. There's nothing actually stopping the Google bots, or I guess now the AI bots, from crawling those sites. It's just asking people not to. But when we see this, it's just saying don't crawl the instructions.txt and don't crawl uploads. But there's no actual, like this file doesn't have any security in it whatsoever. That's all part of the application. So, but if we go, let's just get rid of this. If we go take a look at the instructions.txt, so I guess this is, I don't know if you'd actually see this in a real example, but in real life, but this looks like instructions for the person who created the website, or who built it, or notes for themselves or something like that. So it's just like, how do they verify that's a PNG? We found this out last time, that it has to have the .png extension, and that the first few bytes have to contain the not PHP, the PNG, the file header. So just to validate that it's there, and then it's going to store it and upload it. The thing that we're interested in, I should quit playing with that pen, is this uploads folder. Oops, sorry about that. This uploads folder here. That's where we're guessing that it's uploading the file. So we uploaded a file. What file did we? What was the name of that file that we uploaded? Let's go see if that file exists in the uploads folder. So I'm just going to actually, let's slide this over here, make this a bit bigger. There we go. 5, I think, yeah. So we could try just going to the uploads folder itself. Whoops, uploads, but it doesn't give us anything, so that's unfortunate. Like, you know, at least their web server is set up not to let you browse all the files on there or get a list of them. But the one we uploaded was I don't remember what the name was. Okay, well, let's just go, if I go here, choose a file. Okay, there's the name of it. Can I copy this in here? That's a really long name. I need a shorter name. Let's just actually, let's move this file. Let's move it to where we have, just so it appears in Trickster. All right. Oh, can I move it? No. That's a really long name. Okay, so let's just go downloads. There we go. Yeah, I can see some of the other junk I downloaded here. All right, there's the name we want. Let's copy that. So we go look at our uploads, and then we put this in here. There, we can see our PNG file. So that's interesting. So we have access to these files, and we know it's a PHP server. So let's just try uploading a PHP file. So this is kind of some of the things we tried before, is we just tried uploading a PHP file. But that actually will fail. So you can kind of see the answer here. Let's just go here, and then let's new file. Let's call this payload info dot. See if we just call it PHP and just save that. So now if we go, to here, and we choose desktop, repos, Trickster, We have to change the filter here to all files. So if we just try this one that's just PHP, and then we upload it, it's going to fail. And if we, that's why we have to put the name. So the checking is actually not very good. It's only checking that there's a .png somewhere in the file. Not that it ends in it. It just has PNG somewhere in the file. And I think that's in the instructions. Yeah. So that's all it's really looking for. So we trick it by saying, okay, let's call it .png.php, so it ends in a PHP. And then, of course, we need this PNG at the start of the file. And the reason I just have this PHP info here, this is just to check that uploading a file will work. I just want some sort of any old PHP code to get executed so I can see something happening. Okay, so if we go back here and we look, again, we want all files under picoCTF, Trickster. So if we pick this info one, and then we upload it, this one works. So now if we go look under our payload info.png.php, oh no. Oh, I forgot to put the uploads folder. There we go. Uploads. Aha, good. Right, so we can see there's the PNG that we had there in text, and then it executes basically it executes the PHP info command. For those that don't know, it just gives you kind of status about the servers. So if you can ever run this on a server, this gives you tons of information about how the PHP server is configured, the versions of stuff it's running, which could be very useful information, right? So even all the PHP settings, I'm not a PHP expert, but there's probably stuff in there you can exploit. So like just everything. So if you can ever run that, that's always a handy one to run. Okay, but now we've proven that we can execute any old PHP command that we want. So the next step is to try to get some more information about what's on the server. And we did that by using, so there's a couple different ways, but basically we want to run some shell commands. So run shell command in PHP. So I can't remember how these are done. There's a shell exec command. I think the example is just use a echo. What's good enough? Run shell commands. Yeah, so shell. So there's lots of different ways to do it. Most languages will have a way to run commands in there, but I think we did a simple thing. Yeah, just echo. So if we PHP echo. So that just writes one or more strings. Oh, what's this pass through do? Let's see. PHP pass through. What did that do again? Oh, okay. So it's similar to exec, which will just run a command. Oh, it looks like it handles passing stuff back to the browser a little easier. So yeah, what we're telling PHP is basically run this command, run it on the server, and then ls, for those that don't know, will get you a list of all the files in there. So in our case, let's start off with, let's just create a copy of that. Just because that ls has the answer in there. So, but we could start off by just let's call this ls local. So we just want the local directory. So if we just run ls, just a command like that, that'll list, that should, if it works, list all the files in our in the current folder. So I kind of wish it would remember here. Oh, right. I want to change this to not PNG. So pick ls local and then go uploads, payload ls local.png.php. All right, so there, now it listed, so there's the PNG thing there, but now it's listed all the other files that are there. So, you know, we could do, I'm curious what this would, I don't think we tried this one, but let's try uploading that. So there's all the files you can see in the uploads, but maybe what we'll do is we'll end up listing files that are not in the uploads folder, that are in a different folder. Let's see, all files. Let's upload this one again. The nice thing about this application is that it will overwrite the old one for us, so that's pretty cool. Payload local, there we are. All right, yeah, so there you can see it. Now, it gave us more information because we put the list all on there. So, yeah, we could see there's who owns the permissions for all these. www.data owns it, who can read and write to it, when the files were edited. So yeah, and then the final one is this. You know, a bit of a spoiler is if we went up a folder, that's where the flag is. So if we go back here, let's just upload, oops, the actual payload that we want. This one, upload it. And then go to uploads, so just ls. There you go. So now you can see there's a file with a weird name in there, and then there's an index. So we could actually probably see the code for this if we wanted to. So there's a couple ways to actually solve this. We're going to do this whole. You could run a cat command here to output the text of this file, but basically because nothing else in this server was protected, like they didn't really have any other guardrails up, we could just probably go to that file and see what it is, and there's the answer is right there. So, and then you just for those that are following along, you can enter that into your Trickster thing, and that's how you solve it. So, yep. I think what happens if I solve it twice? Does it get mad at me? I don't know. Let's see. So I don't know if this, I think these flags, I don't know if they're unique per user or whatever, but yeah. Anyway, that's how you solve Trickster. So look for robots.txt. I feel kind of dumb that I didn't even think to look for that to begin with. So yeah, when you get a new web server and you're looking to hack it, then try robots.txt. Take a look to see what it limits it and what, you know, maybe there's some files in there that, or some folders that you might find interesting. And again, if you want to watch me fumble around, watch the old video. All right. Now let's get rid of that. So someone was asking about, I don't really have, we were having a little chat on the Dev Edmonton Slack about cookies and cookie harvesting, and I was kind of like, is that still a thing? Because I guess people can get cookies, like login cookies, and they're selling them on the web. And I was like, I didn't think that was much of a thing anymore now that everything's using HTTPS. Because before that, cookies could be, you know, if you didn't encrypt your connection, it was pretty easy to see the cookie go back and forth and get the login credentials. But my understanding is now there's cross-site scripting, which makes you accidentally click on something, third-party website to accidentally send your cookie there. But then there's also other, it sounds like there's applications that run on your machine that harvest cookies. So you've accidentally downloaded some malware for some reason, and you are, accidentally running a cookie, like a little piece of software that's basically looking for cookies in your web browser and sending them off to the bad guys. So I'm curious. So yeah, I didn't have a chance to find any. I did a quick look to see if there's a good example of that, or I'd set one up, but I didn't have time today. But so I think today, because someone asked about cookies, we'll just find, like, there's a pretty easy, a couple cookie examples in here. We'll just start with the easy one, because apparently I can't do any medium ones without wasting everyone's time. So we'll just chat a little bit about cookies and what they're used for and how they can be manipulated. Oops, where'd it go? Oh, excuse me. So, this one's even just we don't have to start an instance. So I have taken a quick look at this one. I haven't solved it yet, as you can see, but I think I know how to solve this one. So a cookie is just like something that the web browser or the website will ask the web browser to hold on to. So if we even go look, like if we bring up our Chrome developer tools for the picoCTF one here, and you go to the application. So I just hit F12. This is developer tools. And then you go to the application tab here. You can see there's cookies. So you can even see that that the picoCTF website sends a bunch of cookies. And this is how it knows it's me logged in and a couple other pieces of information. So most of these cookies are, like, they look encrypted there. So you can't even really know what they are. But a lot of websites use cookies. So when you log into, or if you click the Remember Me button, that's another one. So if you go to a website and you log in and it's like, Remember Me, it'll actually put a cookie in your browser. So when you log in next time, the website will ask the browser for that cookie. And if it has it and it's still valid, it'll be like, oh, okay, cool. You logged in yesterday. I'm not going to prompt you for a login today. We'll wait a week before we prompt you to log in again. So that's what some of these, and if I think probably block some of these out. Just, I don't think anything's too important in here, but we'll block some of them out, so you probably won't see them all. But that's what cookies, one of the uses of cookies are for. It's to store information so that the next time you come back, because when your browser connects to a web server, every connection is like a brand new day. Like, the web server has no idea about past actions or anything that you've taken, and that's where cookies are useful, as to kind of have some history, so that the web browser can be like, oh, okay, I remember you, I know what you did last. Like, sometimes maybe they'll send you cookies about actions you've taken recently or something like that, right? So yeah, so that's what cookies are. And then, so in this case, let's go to here. Oh, I don't have my, all right, so this looks like a pretty basic site. View the page source. It's using Bootstrap, right? And then it's got a simple form. Where's the form? There it is, form for a search. It looks like it's searching for something. Yeah, so it doesn't look like much going on there, but we have a cookie we can see here. The value is -1, and this is our session. Is that the same? Let's refresh that. Do we get the same session cookie? So the session, so it remembers that it's us logging in. It looks like it. So we go snickerdoodle. All right. Name, value 0. Okay. That is a cookie. Not very special, though. Okay. Can I get back there? I love. If we refresh this again. Oh, we don't get a session anymore. We do get a -1. Oh, what do we change that to a 0? Okay, so what if we put Where is this running to? Oh, just jQuery. Not a lot going on here. So if I did snickerdoodle again. How did I edit that last time? Can I change it? Oh, I can edit value. Domain path. So it's last for the session. Oh, what if we change this to, if we edit this to 1, what does that do? Just enter any old thing. No, oh, we got a -1. Oh, we got our session thing appearing there real fast. Let's see what we got going on here too. Oh, there's our session cookie. Now how, in Chrome, how do I edit this cookie to... Doesn't appear to be a valid cookie. What if we did chocolate chip? Does that work? Oh, you love chocolate chip cookies. Okay. Again, the name is -1. Oh, I don't know. I thought I took a look at this and thought maybe I could solve it, but now I'm not quite sure what to do. Try to figure out the best one. How do you, can you edit, edit cookies in, oh yeah, I did look this up already, okay. Do I want to get rid of this cookie? What if we do that? Nope. Network. have a lot going on again on this site, so. Network search. Search you found. This is the name and the session. Oh, do I need to just look at that session to see what it is? Let's see what the... no, it is not showing me the session there anymore. So we go network, search. But I want the actual cookie. Let's get out of here. How do I copy that session value? Get bigger. Assuming this doesn't matter, but who knows? So name and path. Oops. This is me not knowing how to use these tools very well. How do I edit this? Override header. Oh, there's a bunch going on here. That's where I might try Burp Suite instead. Doesn't appear to be a valid cookie. I'll just try admin. No. So request. Okay, so if we go look at our cookies. Show cookies with an issue. That's interesting. Well, there's clearly something I'm missing again. I'm sure people watching this are yelling at me. So where are we submitting to? We're submitting to the /search action. So let's go /search. That just redirects us back here. All right, let's, just in case there's something weird there. No robots. Okay. Chocolate, is there gingerbread? Gingerbread. Oh, there is a check. What's on this check page? Okay, not too much going on there either, doesn't look like. Oh, it's got a... Oh, there's a value on this one. On the check page. I don't know. Once we do 99. And then we reload the check. So we try that, 23. Okay. So we can see them all. Okay. Once we put 0 in here. Snickerdoodle 0. Oh, okay, -1 failed. Check, and let's put this as 25. Do we have to go through all of these now? 30. Oh, okay, so 30, 27. Oh, black and white, okay. Is there a 28th cookie? Huh. Is there a 29 cookie? Oh. Alright, so there's only 29 cookies. Do I go... Is that what I need to do? Just go through and manipulate all the values? Ugh, homemade raisins. Freaking gross. Like raisins. They're like... They look like chocolate chips, but they're not. Oh. Oh, this is painful. There's probably a much faster way to do this. Sugar cookies. Molasses cookies. Kiss cookies. Did I just put admin? No, didn't like that. Butter. Oh my god. I'm running out of cookies here. Oh, there it is. Okay. So there is probably a better way to brute force it, but thank God. Okay. So I guess one of the things that this tries to show is that even though you set these cookies, they're kind of not shown to the user, and you don't see them as a developer, but you got to make sure that you encrypt them and that you do some validation with them. So because people can edit these cookies. And I think that's another thing that got brought up actually in our weekly dev channel a while ago, is people ask why they think APIs are more vulnerable than like websites. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think a lot of vulnerabilities happen because even as developers, we don't see it. We don't, it's kind of unseen. We're like, oh, nobody's going to see this data. But then, of course, if they do ever see it, like, it is visible to people who are more dedicated to typing each one at a time. Like, they can find that information. So, like, a good example is I had a client a couple of years ago, and we were doing an inspection on their software, and so I poked around at some of the security stuff, and I noticed their website, like logging in to view, like that part was pretty good, but they had an API part that just spit out a bunch of JSON, and there was no security on it at all. So you could just call that API endpoint, and it would, in this case, it would give you, it was kind of like an apartment complex kind of management software. So it would spit out like all the managers of all these various apartment buildings, and it just in plain text. So one of kind of the saving graces for them, at least, was that this particular website was like a internal tool website that was only on a VPN, so it wasn't exposed to the public internet. But still, any employee could easily find that, and just, if they ever found out about it, they could get any of that employee information. I don't remember if the URL, the APIs were very unique. I think they were pretty discoverable too. I don't remember all the details, but so I think it's just stuff like that where you think it's like, oh, it's not shown on a user interface, it's not shown anywhere else, then who cares? But yeah, you gotta, even stuff that is hidden or behind the scenes is important from a security point of view. So well, anyway, so thanks everyone for watching. If you made it this far, wow, we solved 2. We didn't get stuck. I was a little worried there. So thank you all for watching. If you have any questions you'd like me to answer in a future video, or an example you'd like me to show or something, please send me an email to, sure, let's just throw it over here, ask@SaturdayMP.com. Or throw comments if you're watching this on YouTube, you can throw comments down below with a question or something like that. If you found this interesting, of course, share it with others, do the whole like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and again, there's my repository. If you're working on some of those picoCTF things, feel free to check out the repository. Like here, I did the whole write-up. It's not like an in-depth write-up, but it should be enough to get most people through them. If you spot any issues, of course, you can open a pull request or anything like that. So, yeah, and so anyway, I wish you all a great day, and I hope to see you again next week. Take care. Bye.